I didn't see you there. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this tutorial. Enough messing around. This video is a tutorial which two people have asked me to make, and it basically is about making a pistol, your average toy pistol, have a removable mag. And Mr. Vaninsky and Gators Rock requested this tutorial. So basically what you're going to need is, you need a toy pistol from your Asian shop or wherever your cheap $2 shop. You're going to need 2 DVD cases and some glue. And basically you can use anything, but I used this thin plastic board to make my clip. Now the first step that I did was I took the board, or you could make it with a deck of cards or whatever, and I made, as you can see, I made a clip with the board, just stuck a few pieces together, made sure it was a relative size to the toy, and when I put that together, I took the pistol, took it apart, and just laid the clip that I made on top, just to check what I'd have to cut out. So as you can see, after I've just looked at the clip and put it up against the toy, I took the toy and I basically cut everything that was in the way. And you don't want to cut it down completely, because you want the thing to kind of, so the clip doesn't sink too far in, right? So just shave it down a little bit, the parts that get stuck, and make sure, as you can see, I cut a piece out of the clip so that doesn't interfere. And the next step would be making the rails so that the clip doesn't get stuck, so it slides out properly. So what you do is you take your DVD case, and this is pretty easy. You just cut your DVD case, and here's where you get your 4 rails. Make sure you cut 4 railings from your DVD case, and basically what we're looking for is that L, the corner, because it will just make it easier to glue down on the gun. And when you glue it, you're gonna have to put something underneath it. So what I did was the same thing I made for the clip. I got those same pieces of plastic, I put them underneath. Then what I did was put my little railing down and glued the railing to the piece, and then the railing to the side so that it doesn't move. And you do this to both sides. But before you do that, what I did was, this probably isn't the best way to do it, but this is the way I did it. I put a little, as you can see, a little, you'd call it a switch kind of thing. And what this switch is going to do later in the video is make sure the clip doesn't just randomly fall out. It's pretty primitive, it's not anything special, it's just a clip with a straight piece of plastic going out to a certain point, and later you're going to put a piece of another plastic sticking out of your clip. So basically what happens is both these things basically are going to do this, so that the clip's not going to come out, and when you slide the thing over, then you can pull the clip out. So yeah, again, it's very primitive, but it does the job. So there's the switch. So here we go. I'm just going to glue all these down now. Okay, after you're done basically gluing your railing, what I said before is you're going to need 4, but actually 2 worked out for me pretty well. So what I did was I took this, it looks about like 3mm thick plastic, and I glued one patch here and the railing right here. And what happens is basically just slides in on top of that railing, and it's pretty, not too bad. I mean, you're going to be using it for video stuff anyway. So as you can see here, it's the same thing basically, except it's a little bit cut out because of the way I did the clip. What I did was I took a piece of the DVD case, stuck it all the way through, glued it, and what that does basically is, you can do it a different way. I mean, you don't have to use a switch. Basically, this switch has a little piece of plastic sticking on the end, and this stops up against it, so when you're filming, your clip doesn't fall out. But this, what I made it out of, doesn't really fall out anyway. So after you've done that, you can put your gun back together, and I'll show you how the clip works. Yeah, when I can get it. Jeez. Okay, this is horrible. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can see my switch. It's glued down here. What you do is just slide it in, and what happens is, that's basically when I slide it back this way, so now it's locked in place and I can't really get it out, which is good enough for me. And when you slide the switch this way, it comes out. So you can make it out of anything pretty much, but just paint it black at the end, and I mean, you got a pretty good clip for filming. So you just take a few shots, chuck the clip away, and I mean, it's not the best way of doing this, but I mean, it works. So I'll just leave a few photos, in detail photos of how I did it, and then hopefully that helped you guys. And hopefully you can make it yourselves.